Crusader king, and the leader of the Muslims is Saladin, and he's the one that did drive the Crusaders out and capture Jerusalem. So there's a horrific battle, and at the end, the Muslims broke through the walls of Jerusalem, and their army was being slaughtered by the knights as they tried to break through. But eventually they would win. They outnumbered the knights so much. So Saladin calls for a truce, and he meets with the Knight King, and they're standing there. And when you look through the eyes of the king, the Muslim army is behind Saladin, and it's from one end of the horizon to the other. If you look from Saladin towards Jerusalem, you see this massive slaughter at the wall of Jerusalem as they tried to break through. So they worked out that they would surrender, the knights would surrender Jerusalem to Saladin, and they would get assurance of free passage to the coast where they could get on ships and go back. So the deal's all worked out, and the king, you're looking through the king's eyes, and Saladin's walking away, and he says to him, "What is Jerusalem worth?" And Saladin stops, he turns around, and he says, "Nothing." Then he takes a couple more steps, and he turns around and he says, "Everything." And isn't that true? I mean, when you look at Jerusalem in the natural, what is it worth? It's not the center of anything. Not the center of wealth. It's not the center of commerce. It's not like a great political center, or like New York City's the center, and London and all. So it's worth nothing. But spiritually, it's worth everything.
It's the center of the world.
Well, it will be, yes, it will be. But I mean, spiritually, so the Lord died. That's where he's going to return. All the prophecies. So that's what, when I ended with this, and this is all heading towards Jerusalem, it's odd, isn't it? Because what is Jerusalem worth? Is that my point? No. Jerusalem is worth nothing, but it's worth everything. And that's where Islam is going to be consumed.
Give them the turn, folks.
Amen.